This week on the Pete the Planner Show, we answer your financial questions. And boy, this week we've got three very different questions. We have a "Can I retire?" question. We have a "Where should I retire?" question. And then finally, an overseas question. That's right. That's what we're doing this week on the Pete the Planner Show. If you want to have your question answered, please email me, askpete@petetheplanner.com. That's askpete@petetheplanner.com. So, Nicole, what do you think? Where do you want to go first? International question, where to retire or can I retire? What do you want first?
Let's go international question first.
International question?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Here's the thing with this question.
Okay.
It's either a brilliant fake question from someone messing with me,
Oh, no.
or it's a legitimate question.
Oh, I'm really excited.
All right. And I feel like I have to use names to because it sort of legitimizes things.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
I don't want to use his full name, though.
Just use a fake name.
Good afternoon, Peter.
Oh,
Why would you call me Peter?
So formal.
My name is Shane Von something. I'm not going to give his full name. And I am an 18-year-old student about to enter my undergraduate degree in piano performance at the Amsterdam Conservatory in the Netherlands. Do you like this thus far?
Oh, I was going to say right off the bat, we're already in business.
This is good.
Yeah.
This morning, my stepfather put your article, "Early Discipline Can Lead to Long-Term Financial Success," on the kitchen table for me to read as I ate breakfast. Indeed, my interest and drive for financial success and investing is now even more intense than when I first learned about the possibilities of the stock market and compound interest. I'm going to pause this here.
Yeah.
I will say this. The first time you fully hear of and take the time to understand compound interest, I dare you to not feel the same as he feels. It's impossible to not feel that way.
Right. And I keep having to keep in mind, too, that the young man writing this is 18 years old.
He's 18 years old.
He's 18.
He's 18 years old. You know what I was thinking about when I was 18 years old? Football and girls. You know what I
Yeah.
think about now?
Fishing girls.
Fishing, not girls.
Well-
married for 18 years. Women. And I'm just kidding. Okay. Okay. I'm excited to start now and go invest $2,500 into the stock market before I leave for my studies in late August. But I'm a little concerned about your comments on investing percentages of my paycheck immediately when I graduate at 22. The reason for my concern is due to the fact that I want to continue my schooling all the way up to my PhD. In this case, a full-time job is almost impossible during this time, especially if I'm working both as a student and as a classical concert pianist.
Oh my gosh.
I think this is a real email.
I do, too. There's just way too many details for it not to be.
Is it condescending that I think this is a sweet email? Like, is that...
No, because
He seems really genuine and nice.
I was just going to say, his tone is very genuine, so you can tell that he's not trying to, get somewhere with this.
College debt is not a worry for me, as my current enrollment in Amsterdam is exceptionally low compared to universities in the United States, around $5,000 a year. And if accepted, of course, my master's at Yale would be free due to a full tuition scholarship and a living stipend given to all Yale School of Music students, as well as my doctoral degrees at Juilliard.
Safe to say he's got a couple things figured
I
out.
feel like this guy should have emailed a better show. You know,
But I'm touched that he emailed us.
I love to be. I love that I'm a
it.
part of this, and I can answer his question. He just seems classier than me.
Right, it's a little, are we worthy?
Yeah, I will pursue a concertizing career, sure, in classical music, but naturally hope to end up teaching at a university level. I don't really ever hope to retire, but instead purchase a villa in the Tuscany region of Italy and begin a summer program where I will take in students each year for intensive work in the field.
Oh my God.
Eat, pray, love. Me too.
I was just going to say, they tell you to find what you love and let it kill you.
Yeah.
Right?
Would you be able to give any recommendations as how I can both remain financially stable but also invest the money, considering the amount of school I hope to do, in the right ways that will lead me to the most amount of financial success possible? I look forward to your response. Sincerely, Shane. Man, I like this guy. You know, and this is a terrible way to answer the question, but anyone that thinks this way at 18, they'll be fine.
Right? They're going to be fine.
Nothing I can tell this person's going to improve their lot in life because they're a good thinker. Here's the reality of the situation. Yeah, put the $2,500 away right now. And let's say that $2,500 that he puts away at age 18, by the time he is of retirement age in the States, which we'll say mid-60s,
Right.
will easily be worth $80,000 with compound interest, right? So
Oh, absolutely.
$2,500 he's putting away now, I feel very confident in saying will be worth in excess of $80,000, potentially $100,000, just that one move to put away $2,500. So the key is, how do you continue to create wealth and create assets, growing assets, when you're going through so much school? I don't know how long grad school is for being a pianist, or how much grad school is to get your PhD as a pianist.
Can't say that I know.
So I'm going to say 4 years of undergrad. I'm going to say 3 years of graduate pianist.
Yes.
And then I would say at least 2 years
Yeah.
to get your PhD in pianistiny.
That sounds like a good estimate.
So what's that? Like, I'm not good at math. That's what, 9 years?
Yes.
9 years. So he's 18, he'd be 27. I'll be honest. Just wait till you're 27.
Right? I was going to say he's making good decisions now. Whatever he decides to do, inevitably, he will continue to make those good decisions.
Yeah, and
that's kind of obvious.
There's some really important information that he provided to us. It's worth noting. He's not going to have a lot of graduate school debt or loans, so he's going to be he's going to have a PhD at 27 with close to no debt, and already money that has been set aside, which is probably already doubled at that point in time. If he puts away $2,500 this summer, over the next 9 years, that $2,500 would turn into $5,000. That's the nature of compounding. It can really double every 9 years or so when properly invested at around 8% rate of return. So, I basically just get aggressive when he starts teaching. I mean,
Yeah.
I talk about in that column, if I remember correctly, apparently, do you feel like he lives in the United States, or do you feel like he lives overseas?
I don't know. He makes it sound like he lives in the United States
I don't
just for
know.
the way that he compares it to the U.S., but also I don't know.
No one knows for sure.
That's kind of the cool nature of this email.
So I think, I don't know what a concert pianist or even a university professor or whatever makes. I would just say, by all means, whatever money you're making as a concert pianist right now, try to save 10% of it if you can until you graduate and get your PhD. And then when you're teaching, aggressively save 20% of your take-home pay. Sometimes we throw around these rules of thumb of how much you should save and that. And, if you save 10% of your income, you should stay out of trouble. You should be okay. The reality is, if you save 20% of your income or more, you will be ridiculously wealthy.
Right.
You just will. And so it's like, well, what's the right percentage? Well, let that be your guide. 10%, you're going to be okay. Okay. 20%, things are going to be great. Things are going to be absolutely phenomenal. But I'll say this. I know at 18, when you try to think about financial stability, very quickly you confuse financial stability and being filthy rich.
Right. Those lines mesh very quickly.
They do. So
Especially at that age.
I think some maturity and some perspective will separate those two elements because they're very separate. As we will talk in the next segment, we have a person who has created a great deal of wealth. However, not a great deal of stability. So you can have stability without wealth, and you can have wealth without stability. Your goal is to figure out why they're different and to approach both. That might be the best tease I've ever performed in 10 years of professional broadcasting. And with that note, we will take a break. Coming up after the break, I'm going to introduce you to a person who has great wealth, but no stability. We're going to try to figure out why that is and how that person can fix it. This is the Pete the Planner Show. I'm Pete the Planner.